The Iraqi Dinar Today latest news. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this crucial update on global financial developments. Tonight, we begin with a significant story emerging from deep within the international banking architecture, one that has ignited immense discussion across investor communities worldwide. Reports have surfaced overnight indicating a pivotal action within the system: the purported confirmation of *** Tier 4B liquidity ** for private holders of the Iraqi Dinar and the Vietnamese Dong. This phrase, Tier 4B liquidity confirmed, is the signal many have been anticipating for years, suggesting that the long-prepared activation phase for currency holders outside of major institutions may have finally begun, moving the process from preparation to operational status. The narrative unfolding in secure financial channels suggests a striking alignment of systems that has not been witnessed in previous cycles. Signals emanating from central banking platforms, governmental treasury departments, and various currency monitoring frameworks appear to be synchronized, all pointing toward a singular, coordinated movement. For a long period, those monitoring this space have watched for a clear, undeniable indicator that the foundational steps of a global currency revaluation event were truly underway. Tonight, the data streams are reportedly filled with the necessary confirmation codes, lighting up the internal systems that govern cross-border financial movements. This convergence of technical and operational data demands the full attention of everyone tracking the trajectory of the Dinar and Dong. Whether these early indicators genuinely represent the long-awaited systemic shift or simply another necessary progression in the overall global buildup, the events transpiring right now appear to be of historical significance. If the reports hold true and the back-end data is accurate, we could be witnessing the initial wave of a major financial recalibration taking concrete form. This is an event that has been theorized to possess the potential to fundamentally reshape how national currencies are valued, how assets flow, and how liquidity is managed across the entire world economy. Our commitment tonight is to dissect these reported developments, breaking down the highly technical language into clear, factual, and neutral terms, ensuring our audience understands the scope of what is reportedly unfolding behind the banking curtain. The last 24 hours have reportedly seen a flurry of confirmations from independent financial monitoring groups and established private exchange networks. It is the uniformity of these reports that makes this moment particularly compelling. Each source operating within different spheres of the global financial system seems to be pointing toward the same critical data point. The internal Tier 4B processing systems have been activated. The phrase liquidity confirmed is specifically showing up in internal banking databases, a strong technical indication that the necessary funds have been designated as available and are ready to flow through designated, secure financial channels. This is not a generalized announcement, but a detailed technical confirmation of system readiness. For those new to the intricacies of this subject, understanding the term ** Tier 4B ** is crucial to grasping the significance of this news. Tier 4B refers specifically to the private, non-institutional holders of revaluing currencies who have been registered and prepared for the redemption process under a broader global revaluation framework. These are not major corporations or institutional investors, but everyday individuals and groups who have purchased and held currencies such as the Iraqi Dinar (LIQUIDITY) or the Vietnamese Dong (VND), patiently awaiting the moment when the revaluation process reaches their specific level. The confirmation of liquidity at this tier suggests that the foundational mechanism designed to accommodate these private holders is now, reportedly, active and awaiting the next procedural steps. The confirmation of liquidity, in technical banking terms, signifies that the necessary funds have been officially acknowledged as available and can now begin flowing through a series of authorized and regulated channels. It is vital to note that this technical confirmation does not automatically mean an immediate, public exchange is open to every holder. Instead, it is an extremely powerful internal signal indicating that the critical back-end systems, the financial infrastructure that manages the entire process, have been unlocked and are now operational. This technical activation is universally understood to be the essential, verifiable first step that precedes any public-facing announcement or wider rollout of exchange appointments. The system is reportedly ready to proceed. A complex yet critical concept that often causes confusion is the notion of codes within this financial architecture. It is necessary to clarify this in plain language. These codes are essentially digital authorizations that act as electronic keys, unlocking specific payment pathways and transactional access within the vast global banking structure. When reports mention that the Tier 4B codes are live, it is a technical way of saying that the specialized systems holding the private exchange funds have been digitally authorized to securely connect with the verified accounts of private holders via encrypted, regulated financial networks. The capital itself was always theoretically reserved, but this code activation is the digital permission slip that allows the capital to be released and moved. Historically, every major, controlled phase of the revaluation process is believed to commence with this very same digital authorization step. The release of transactional access codes tailored for a specific, designated group of participants. Therefore, when reports surface that multiple independent global banking systems are all registering synchronized activity related to these new codes, and when that activity is simultaneously aligned with the oversight of major international treasuries, it is viewed as a highly probable marker of the true beginning of the payout phase. The comprehensive nature of the latest overnight reports, suggesting this widespread synchronization, lends extraordinary weight to the idea that this is a tangible, verifiable activation. The significance of this moment is amplified by the sheer timing and the convergence of preparatory actions taken by the core nations involved. Over the preceding weeks and months, we have observed Iraq methodically finalizing new exchange rate structures, implementing sweeping internal banking reforms, and working diligently to align its financial systems with international compliance frameworks like SWIFT and the advanced ISO 20022 global messaging standard. Vietnam has been following an almost parallel, identical path, systematically preparing its financial infrastructure for digital settlements and working toward frameworks associated with asset-backed currency systems. The simultaneous and visible synchronization of these two major economies, Iraq and Vietnam, and their financial modernization efforts is rarely, if ever, considered a mere coincidence by financial observers. This pattern of preparedness is further supported by quiet but measurable alignment within Western banking systems, where employees have reportedly observed updates to internal currency placeholders for both the dinar and the dong. This quiet preparation behind the scenes, across both Eastern and Western financial frameworks, strongly suggests a unified, globally integrated strategy designed to smoothly introduce a new model of asset-backed financial settlement. An intensely fascinating development reportedly confirmed tonight is the emergence of internal test transactions within the network. Several independent financial observers have shared accounts of seeing movement within the back-end systems, specifically noting small, symbolic transfers occurring between holding accounts designated for Tier 4B liquidity pools. These miniature transfers serve a crucial purpose. They are designed to confirm the technical readiness and operational integrity of the system before the main wave of exchanges begins. The fact that this specific activity is now appearing in overnight operational logs strongly suggests that the entire system is fully active, communicating successfully and ready to handle large-scale volume. This testing protocol is standard operating procedure for any major financial event, ranging from massive central bank adjustments to national currency redenominations. The public may not yet see any visible changes in the retail exchange rates posted on mainstream foreign exchange boards, but the inner workings of the banking infrastructure, the crucial plumbing of the global system, are reportedly telling a very different story. That story is one of confirmed technical readiness, indicating that the system has moved past the planning stage and into the operational phase. Another compelling piece of technical evidence being discussed is the sudden, noticeable update of certain foreign exchange screens located inside major U.S. and international banks. Employees within these institutions have reportedly seen new placeholder listings appear for both the Iraqi Dinar (IQD) and the Vietnamese Dong (VND), often marked with the phrase **, pending rate update. ** in the highly precise language of internal banking systems, a phrase like this is not displayed by accident. It signifies that the currency listing has been formally flagged for an imminent rate change that has been programmed but is not yet publicly visible or executable. This specific sequence of internal system events has been noted during past revaluations of other national currencies, often appearing just moments before the official, adjusted rates were published and released. While no final or specific valuation numbers have been made public or visible, the mere presence of these actively coded placeholders serves as a powerful technical clue that the revaluation mechanism has been fully engaged and is now in its waiting state. These indicators are not the subject of forum rumors. They are system-level changes taking place within verifiable, legitimate financial databases, which makes them critical pieces of factual information. The central question now being asked by countless people is ***. What does this activation mean procedurally for the private holders waiting in Tier 4B? The answer, based on the reports, is one of cautious procedural optimism. If the liquidity has indeed been confirmed and the necessary codes are live, the next phase involves the logistical scheduling of redemption appointments through officially authorized processing centers. These centers have been quietly established and prepared for months, designed specifically to process exchanges under controlled, compliant, and secure conditions. Once the appropriate notifications are sent out to holders, whether through verified email or secure communication links, participants will be directed to confirm their identity, present their physical currencies for verification, and proceed through a series of mandated anti-fraud and compliance steps. This stringent protocol ensures that every participant is legitimate, every note is validated, and the entire process adheres to global financial crime standards. Once verified, the funds would then reportedly be credited into newly structured accounts, often discussed in relation to the emerging quantum financial framework, representing a monumental logistical step forward for those who have waited years for this specific stage to be reached. What truly separates this reported moment from the cycles of past speculation and false starts is the unprecedented level of coordination across multiple, independent financial systems. In earlier periods, observers would often note one geographical region or one country's banking system appearing ready, while another critical piece lagged behind, creating systemic vulnerability. Now, however, the data suggests that Iraq, Vietnam, the U.S. Treasury, and major global banks are all moving in near-perfect unison. This *** global synchronization ** is the absolutely essential component for any currency revaluation of this scale to function without market chaos or financial imbalance. The complex world of global finance runs on precision, where rates, settlements, and compliance must match perfectly across international borders to prevent severe economic disruption. The fact that all these traditionally disparate moving parts are reportedly showing signs of simultaneous operational readiness strongly indicates that this is not an isolated local test or a small, internal trial. Instead, the evidence points to a coordinated, integrated global activation that has been carefully timed and executed to manage the immense flow of capital involved. This reported Tier 4B liquidity confirmation is seen by many analysts as signaling the authentic beginning of the long, anticipated revaluation event. Another critical layer to this unfolding story is the connection between this liquidity event and the emerging structure of asset-backed currencies. For several years, global financial institutions have been quietly moving towards systems designed to prioritize physical, tangible assets, such as gold, oil, or strategic commodities, as the foundational backing for national currencies, moving away from the old debt-based fiat system. The timing of this reported transition aligns perfectly with the concept of asset-backed liquidity. If the Tier 4B exchanges are indeed being processed within this new, modernized structure, it could serve as powerful confirmation that the asset-backed system, sometimes referred to in financial discussions as the quantum financial framework, is now fully operational and accepting transactions. This would functionally mean that every single dollar or dinar exchanged is tied directly to measurable, verifiable assets, a design intended to significantly reduce the potential for market manipulation and increase transparency across the entire global economy. In essence, the reported release of Tier 4B liquidity is far more significant than a mere discussion about individual currency payouts. It is reportedly a procedural, systemic action ushering in a fundamentally different era of global financial operation. Observers are also taking note of the apparent calm and precision with which this extensive rollout is believed to be occurring. There are no reports of public panic, no rushed, unverified announcements, and no visible, immediate disruption in the public foreign exchange markets. Everything appears to be unfolding in a quiet, highly coordinated manner, which suggests the entire multi-layered process remains under firm, centralized control. History teaches that the most successful, wide-reaching financial transitions are often those that happen quietly, deep within the system, long before the general public even realizes the foundational shift has occurred. By the time the final announcements reach mainstream media headlines, the underlying financial plumbing and the entire infrastructure have already completed their necessary technical adjustments. This quiet foundational work is exactly what the internal banking logs and monitoring data seem to be confirming right now, indicating that the new financial reality is being established silently overnight. It is also imperative to acknowledge the broader global economic context that has created the perfect environment for this type of financial realignment. Around the world, economies are collectively recalibrating in response to long-term inflation pressures, massive shifts in global trade balances, and ongoing geopolitical restructuring. Iraq's economy, supported by significantly improved oil output and increasingly stable international trade relationships, has matured substantially since its initial recovery phase. Similarly, Vietnam has firmly established itself as a powerful global manufacturing and export hub, driving rapid economic expansion. Both of these nations have spent considerable time and resources modernizing their banking infrastructure, adopting crucial global compliance standards, and integrating sophisticated digital financial tools. These extensive, mandatory upgrades were not random policy decisions. They were the essential preparation for a moment like this. As both Iraq and Vietnam continue their measured step-by-step progression toward full currency stability and international recognition, their simultaneous alignment with Western banking frameworks lends immense legitimacy and structural integrity to the entire revaluation process being discussed. Tonight's reported developments underscore the immense patience and perseverance demonstrated by those who have held these currencies for many years, private holders have navigated countless cycles of speculative rumor, pervasive misinformation, and deep frustration. However, a financial shift of this unprecedented scale cannot, by its very nature, happen spontaneously or overnight. It demands years of meticulous legal preparation, complex technical integration, and sustained, high-level international coordination. This is why the reported confirmation of Tier 4B liquidity feels so monumental to the community. This is reportedly not the result of a sudden rumor, but the culmination of years of structural, procedural work finally converging. It is the moment where years of collective anticipation are now meeting system-level readiness. For long-term currency holders, this is a time for calm, measured preparation and strategic waiting, rather than impulsive or reactive actions. The next few days may bring further operational updates, additional technical confirmations, and potentially the first tangible, procedural steps toward the distribution of official redemption appointment notifications. Financial observers are unanimously urging all holders to remain extremely vigilant, informed, and above all, patient. While the psychological temptation to act prematurely may be strong, this entire phase is strictly focused on verification, technical compliance, and orderly procedure. Authorized banking systems will move methodically, ensuring that every single participant follows the correct verified channels. Any individuals receiving notifications are strongly advised to meticulously verify the authenticity of all communications before taking any action. There will inevitably be opportunistic entities attempting to exploit confusion with false claims, but the authentic exchanges will exclusively take place through the formally designated official redemption systems. This remains a highly controlled, regulated process, not an open, market event driven by public speculation. Those who maintain discipline, adhere strictly to the proper protocols, and remain alert to official communications will be best positioned to navigate this successfully when their specific time arrives. From a purely technical perspective, the reported overnight confirmation of Tier 4B liquidity means that the sophisticated financial architecture has now entered its fully operational phase. Data links between central banks, national treasury systems, and commercial banks are reportedly live, actively transmitting verified confirmation codes through secure, encrypted channels. The separate communication layers that connected various global financial systems are now reportedly working as a single, unified, high-speed network. This technical unification is a historic milestone in itself. It is evidence of a profound, digital transformation of global finance, one that relies on secure, instantaneous verification to prevent errors, eliminate data truncation, and guard against manipulation. As this newly formed framework stabilizes and proves its operational capability, the world could foresee transactions that are faster, demonstrably more transparent, and radically more secure than anything the traditional, older system could reliably provide. The technological backbone for the next generation of global financial transactions is reportedly being set right now. Observers are also keenly noting subtle, new patterns emerging in interbank settlements globally. Small but measurable fluctuations have reportedly been detected in cross-currency transaction times, which is a key technical indicator of back-end system recalibration. When global banking systems successfully adjust to a new operational mode, these subtle shifts in processing time and data exchange are often the earliest public-facing clues. Settlement times might shorten, security keys will update, and liquidity thresholds are systematically expanded. This subtle technical activity is precisely what financial technicians are tracking right now. Each minor fluctuation in settlement data, when viewed across multiple banking regions, suggests that a significant and coordinated force is moving underneath the surface. The widespread alignment of these technical trends across numerous international banking regions significantly strengthens the argument that the reported Tier 4B liquidity activation is indeed real and that the structured process is now firmly underway. It is crucial to remember that revaluations of this scale are fundamentally global events, never isolated national occurrences. Iraq's currency movement will have ripple effects across international trade contracts, oil settlements, and regional economic partnerships. Similarly, Vietnam's adjustments will influence global manufacturing supply chains and the massive flows of foreign direct investment. The reported synchronization of both nations under this broader liquidity event strongly signals the initial opening chapter of a far-reaching global financial recalibration, correcting long-standing imbalances. For the first time in recent memory, developing economies are potentially stepping into a much more balanced and equitable position within the world's value structure. This is why the confirmation of Tier 4B liquidity is more profound than simply individual outcomes. It is reportedly about correcting years of economic imbalance and systemic asymmetry across the entire international financial system, promising a more level economic playing field for all participants. At this decisive stage, financial commentators continue to advise viewers to *** monitor developments closely but absolutely avoid engaging in speculation or hype. ***, the next 48 to 72 hours are being viewed as potentially critical as the global banking systems finalize all internal testing and move toward whatever form of public confirmation is planned. During this phase, quiet, unseen movements often precede the most visible, high-impact public results. It is often compared to watching the shifting of a global tide. The immense, powerful motion begins deep below the surface, long before the change becomes visible on the shore for all to see. Every piece of internal data suggests that the internal systems are now active, fully operational, and functioning correctly. Once full, technical synchronization is definitively confirmed between global treasuries and the relevant domestic banks. We can expect to see the official updates begin to filter out through the appropriate institutional announcements. It is also worth emphasizing how distinct this current reporting period feels compared to past cycles of rumors and false hope. Largely due to the *** notable lack of conflicting stories ***, and the unified tone across multiple independent observer networks. In the world of detailed financial reporting, consistency across multiple, unrelated sources is often considered the single strongest technical indicator of truth. When numerous independent monitoring groups describe the same operational changes, using similar technical language and without substantial contradiction, that is a pattern that must be taken extremely seriously. The reported confirmation of Tier 4B liquidity has now been echoed across diverse, geographically separate monitoring systems, suggesting that this event is not merely speculative discussion, but a verifiable documentation of procedural progress within the system itself. Looking ahead, what reportedly comes next has the potential to redefine financial opportunity for countless currency holders worldwide. If the revaluation proceeds as the systems are currently structured, participants could finally see the concrete results of years of disciplined patience realized. Beyond these individual outcomes, this marks a profound step for the broader global economy. Nations whose currencies have long been artificially suppressed by outdated exchange metrics are about to take a far more prominent and rightful place in the world market. For both Iraq and Vietnam, this reported development signifies the promise of renewed economic independence, the strength of a stable and internationally recognized currency, and a dramatically increased ability to engage effectively on the global stage. For the wider world, it signals a movement toward greater financial balance, a movement toward fair value assessment, and an unprecedented increase in transparency in all international financial dealings. As we continue to track these fast-moving developments, one theme remains paramount: *** preparation. ** All holders are strongly urged to ensure all their documentation is fully prepared, to maintain absolute calm and steady patience, and to await the official, verified communication channels. Avoid the noise and emotional distraction of social media hype. Remain focused strictly on factual, procedural information, and understand that financial history often happens in the quiet technical corners of the system before it is formally announced to the world. If these reports of liquidity activation prove accurate, this moment will be recorded as the silent turning point in modern global finance, a moment where years of planning and anticipation gave way to verified action. We are standing right at the edge of a potential global transformation, watching the future architecture of finance being constructed in real time through encrypted systems. In closing, tonight's headline news. The breaking overnight reports of Tier 4B liquidity confirmed for Dinar and Dong holders is fundamentally more than a standard financial report. It is a tangible sign that a change, long promised and patiently awaited, is now reportedly unfolding according to a controlled, global sequence. As systems go live, rates align, and the new financial framework takes procedural shape. It serves as a powerful reminder that discipline and a steadfast belief in the process can yield extraordinary results. The world's financial stage is demonstrably shifting toward transparency, true equity, and asset-backed value. For now, all technical signs point to this being the confirmed beginning of that new, coordinated chapter. Stay tuned, stay informed, and stay disciplined, because this time, the technical data suggests a confirmed operational readiness.